Imagine this. The lights go out, the crowd roars, and suddenly,
official weight 155 for the champion!
Khabib Nurmagomedov walks down the WWE ramp. The undefeated UFC legend, the Eagle himself, stepping into the squared circle. Sounds insane, right? Well, for a brief moment, that almost happened. But here's the real story of why WWE never signed Khabib Nurmagomedov. The brawl that started it all. Back in 2018, Khabib was at the absolute peak of his fame. He had just mauled Conor McGregor at UFC 229 in one of the most heated fights in MMA history. But what happened after the fight became even more famous. Khabib leaped out of the octagon and attacked McGregor's teammate Dylan Dennis, sparking a chaotic brawl that made headlines worldwide. It was the wildest thing fans had seen in combat sports in years. In WWE, they saw potential. Shortly after the fight, Khabib tweeted, "WWE asked me to jump inside. What do you think, guys?" It was half joke, half serious, but it got people talking. After all, WWE has always loved controversy. Brock Lesnar had already gone from WWE to UFC and back. Ronda Rousey had just made the same crossover. And here was Khabib, fresh off a pay-per-view that broke records, sitting on top of the combat sports world. The perfect fit that never was. On paper, WWE signing Khabib made perfect sense. The man had charisma, an undefeated record, global fame, and a mean streak that fans couldn't ignore. Even his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, joked that Khabib would smash John Cena's face if he ever stepped into the ring.
He'll go there and he'll smash John Cena's face.
The quote went viral, but while WWE would have loved to have the Eagle soar into their world, Khabib had other priorities and very different principles. Khabib wasn't a showman, he was a purist. His goal was never entertainment, it was domination. Unlike many MMA stars chasing fame and crossover money, Khabib was laser-focused on legacy. His discipline, his faith, and his father's guidance kept him grounded. He wasn't interested in the lights, promos, or scripted rivalries. He wanted to be remembered as the greatest fighter ever, not as a sports entertainer.
The retirement that sealed it.
Then came tragedy. In 2020, Khabib's father and lifelong coach, Khabib Nurmagomedov, passed away. That loss changed everything. Khabib promised his mother that he'd never fight again without his father in his corner. And true to his word, after defeating Justin Gaethje and improving to 29-0, he retired on the spot. Dana White tried to convince him to return. Even Floyd Mayweather teased a boxing super fight. Every major promotion wanted him. But Khabib was done. He walked away undefeated, something almost no one does, and transitioned into coaching, helping his teammates carry on his father's legacy. The what if that will never be. WWE's interest in Khabib wasn't a fantasy, it was real. But by the time those talks or teases could have turned serious, Khabib had already moved on. He didn't need the fame, the money, or the spotlight. He had achieved everything he set out to do. Sure, it's fun to imagine Khabib in a WWE storyline, maybe facing Brock Lesnar or scaring down Roman Reigns, but the truth is, Khabib was never built for the scripted world of pro wrestling. His story was already perfect, real, raw, and undefeated. The legacy lives on. So why did WWE never sign Khabib Nurmagomedov? Because some legends don't need another ring to prove who they are. Khabib's legacy doesn't end in the octagon. It continues in every fighter he trains, in every record he broke, and in the discipline that made him untouchable. He might never step into a WWE arena, but his name still echoes louder than most who ever did.